All right, guys. Coach Presswood, Miss Nick, I appreciate y'all coming in today, and I know it's summertime, and y'all have probably got a million other things that y'all could be getting done, but I appreciate y'all coming in and allowing me to review uh, this program that I implemented last year as part of my graduate school studies in my action research class. Uh, Coach Presswood, you know a lot about it because I talked to you quite a bit about it last year. Basically, it was we implemented during our enrichment period a class in which students who had attendance problems and were struggling in school because of those attendance problems. We came in and we uh, established a class or a study hall that was devoted to trying to reinforce the importance of being in school and being in actual seat time for classes. So uh, last year I did it on my own, and because of the success of it from last year, Mr. Baker has decided to to go ahead and do it again this year. And even since I'm going to be coaching football during first semester, uh, you guys will be actually taking over the class. So I just wanted to talk to you about some of the rules, some of the regulations that we're going to be having. And it's basically the same thing that we did last year. Uh, Currently, we have, I believe, 8 or 9 students who have parental permission to be enrolled in the class. These students don't necessarily want to take this class. They would rather be in their enrichment class, but uh, their parents are at the point where they're willing to try to do something to improve their academic record. So we did get permission from their parents, and there'll be more of them that will enroll in the class later on in the year or later on in the summer here in the next couple of weeks. But right now, that's how many we've got. I know Coach Presswood, I think you've got them the first 9 weeks, and Miss Nick, I think you've got them the second. Um, Now, last year, our enrichment period was 50 minutes. We've cut it down to about 35 minutes this year. But I think the point is that we'll get these kids in here, and the main thing is they come in here, they have to work on schoolwork while the rest of their classmates and friends are working on, you know, guitar classes or woodworking or all these other classes that they actually enjoy being in during the elective period, and these kids are going to be eager to get out of it. Uh, the first thing I want to give you is a copy of the contract that the students are going to have to sign. This is basically just an agreement, and it talks about uh, basically for 4.5 weeks they can't have any unexcused absences. They can only have you know parental notes and doctor's excuses. They have to be maintaining their current grades and their academic standing. So it's very important that they sign this contract and they will understand that if they have 0 unexcused absences by the end of the first 4.5 weeks of the semester, that they'll be evaluated and they can roll off of the program. And as they roll off of it, new kids will be entered into it who have had attendance problems and were able to get their parents' permission to go into the study hall. And I think as we continue to do this and it continues to show progress and people are able to see that it's working, I think we're going to get more and more parents to jump on the bandwagon and participate in it. Like I said, last year I started out with 12 kids. By the end of the first semester, Mr. Baker wanted to continue going with it, so we started entering in new children. But by the end of the semester, by the end of the third 9 weeks, all of the original 12 students had already rolled off of it, and all but 2 of the students from the entire school year that we put into the program uh, were back in their regular enrichment classes by the end of the year. So that's a good thing. So we'll just see how it pans out this year. Um, but basically, that's the contract. You just need to make sure that when they're in here, or whether well we're not in here, when they're in your classroom, that they are, they're staying on task. They're not in here. They're not in the class to joke around or communicate. And usually they don't communicate that much because they're stuck in here. A senior or a junior might be stuck in here with, you know, children or freshmen or sophomores, people that they typically would not hang out with. So it gives them a reason to push and do the right thing and be in school and have that seat time so they can achieve, academically. I think it helps a lot of them. A lot of these kids, after they get into the habit of things and they understand that there's rules in the classroom, that they've got, they understand the boundaries. They come in here and they get their work accomplished, and most of them, when they leave school, they don't have homework because of this class. But the next day they're here at school and they're here on time, and it might take a couple of weeks for them to get acclimated to it. But after a while, they realize that they want to get back into the regular setting after their 4.5 week period. So just wanted to go over that with you a little bit, just so you'll understand, kind of what to expect in there. The biggest thing that I can tell you is just stick to the contract. They're going to try to, they're going to try to get their way with you. They're going to, try to get out of doing work every day. But I make them, last year I made sure that every single day that they had something from another class that they had to be doing. And very seldom did one of them actually come in and they said that they were caught up, and they actually were. But when that starts happening, then you're actually making good progress. So I just wanted to meet with you guys, basically to show you the contract. I've got a list of the names right here of the students that you'll have at least starting off this semester, the first semester, and hopefully by the time you get them, it'll be a different group of kids. And maybe, as we continue this program and more parents in the community can see that it's working, that their child can actually do the work if they're here, I think that more parents will jump on board and do this. Like I said, it's not a punishment for the kids. It's just kind of a wake-up call for the kids, and I'm just happy that, it worked last year, and I hope that we can experience that same success this year. I'm going to continue to help you out and monitor you. And if you got any questions, come to me. It's a pretty simple procedure, pretty simple class. It was just getting it set up and getting all the groundwork laid down. But now, once you get the ball rolling, you just kind of ride it out. But I appreciate you guys coming up here, in the middle of your summer and spending a few minutes with me. And if you got any questions, we'll go over this list of names in a few minutes, but as you'll see, none of these kids are all pretty good kids. So, any questions out of you guys? I know you don't want to be on camera. We're good? All right. Thank you.